Hello, this is Lynn Fabia, and we're back with Dr. Peter Hofmann.
Hi, Lynn.
Hi, Peter. And I have to say this before we start, that my allergies are kind of
Acting up a little bit?
Quite a bit. Yesterday and today, itchy eyes and my throat, and Dr. Hofmann said, well, take some xylitol mints. And I brought them with me, and I kind of resisted, and he said, well, drink some water. So I finally took a xylitol mint, and it worked. I thought it is a lot better that quick. So xylitol mints you can get in a jar.
Mm-hmm.
And where can we get those? They're not very costly.
No, you can buy them at natural grocers.
That's true. That's where I get. Yeah,
You can Sprouts, and you can buy them online.
You can buy them online.
Yeah. So
it really does work. You get 250 tablets for a very minimal price, very reasonable, and keep them in your purse or just keep them with you when you need it. And it actually did help.
It produces saliva.
It
stimulates salivary flow, and that is what prevents dry mouth and protects you from periodontal disease.
Thank you, Dr. Hofmann.
And it controls the bacteria. It does it all at once.
Thank you, Dr. Hofmann. We're going to start. So it did work. Get your xylitol mints.
Mm-hmm.
A third life-threatening problem is the inhalation-infested plaque that collects around the teeth of elderly, weak, or bedridden patients. Again, you mentioned xylitol can help them.
Yeah. Yeah, because the plaque is full of bacteria, and the xylitol will stop the bacteria from producing acids. Plaque basically is carbohydrate that's gotten sticky because the saliva has partially digested it. So it's kind of sticky. Mm-hmm. You know, starch gets real sticky when it's partially digested or even wet. And then the bacterium will use that as food, convert that into lactic acid, which will eat up teeth and the gums. So the xylitol stops the whole mechanism. The bacterium, it's like putting a 5-wheeled gear in a 6-toothed motor. So the 5 teeth jam the 6 teeth, and it prevents that bacterium that normally eats 6 carbon sugars from functioning. It cannot metabolize, it can't really reproduce, and it detaches from the tissue that it's attached to. So it does all that at the same time. And then the xylitol is also producing saliva. So you get the washing away of the bacteria and the toxins.
Miracle.
It is. It's like a miracle.
Rather than reach for candy, which they give to a lot of people, children, give them a xylitol mint.
Right. And it's only 40% the amount of calories. And plus, it has a very, very low glycemic index, which means it helps the diabetic because it helps to decrease the blood sugar.
Amazing. So rather like when you put packets of sugar in your iced tea or whatever you want to put in them, honey, they have xylitol packets that you can use.
Mm-hmm.
You can add in that, and it prevents also, it says it protects the colon lining from cancer.
It produces butyrate. Butyrate helps to create a lining on the colon. When you eat fibrous foods, that is also converted into butyrate. So xylitol acts like fiber to protect your colon from colon cancer. But it does another thing. Remember, in the mouth, it's stimulating saliva. Mm. Well, in the gut, it's stimulating fluid flow. So it prevents constipation.
All these things that
constipation is related to cancer. Harvard studies indicate that.
Because it's just not moving.
So when you're traveling and you don't have that toothbrush, carrying xylitol with you is the best thing.
The mints.
The mints protect you from tooth decay and from the acid, and it helps prevent constipation. A lot of people get constipation when they travel.
They don't eat in the
right
whole
foods.
System. Yeah,
they
don't
junk.
Well, there's not much healthy place. There aren't that many healthy places to eat when you're traveling.
Right.
So you have to eat something, but then your whole metabolism, it's all irregular. When you're eating and you're sitting, you're not moving. You're sitting in a car or when you're traveling in a plane, whatever mode of travel.
But Lynn, you know, there's even a third thing that it does to prevent cancer, and that is that it helps to stop candida. Candida albicans is one of the big causes of colon cancer. Mm. And cancer in the esophagus too. A friend of mine lost her appetite, didn't want to eat anymore because of candida in the esophagus.
Mm.
And people don't realize that candida is so bad, it can really cause a lot of problems. And
Yes.
xylitol helps to control it.
Amazing.
Sugar feeds it, regular sugar.
Oh.
Xylitol controls it.
Amazing.
For people out there, this is one of the important things that's in the book.
It
frankly.
is. It's a very important subject. What about the myth of apple cider vinegar? You always hear people drink your apple cider vinegar every day with water, put some honey in it, drink it as a tonic every day for your health.
I'm so glad you mentioned that, because in 1 week, I had 2 patients who were really, they were middle-aged women, very good at cleaning their teeth. They had very little history. They were very knowledgeable people, both of them into homeopathy, and both of them had massive tooth decay. Unbelievable.
From
I see that kind of tooth decay with drug addicts.
Oh.
What caused it? Sipping on vinegar. They decided, because they had read something, and these merchandisers of vinegar and this apple cider vinegar.
apple cider vinegar.
When I said vinegar, I meant apple cider
Apple
vinegar.
cider, not the white one.
Right. But the vinegar will destroy tissue and teeth because it's acidic.
It is.
It feeds the
acidic.
bacteria. So you have to be very careful when you use it for your stomach, or some people, they're doing it because they've been told that it helps
I used to do
with
it.
the gut too.
Yeah, because if you had an upset stomach, they say, don't reach for anything over the counter. You drink that. And that's what I used to drink. But
Yeah.
here's what I do now. I'm so much into essential oils. If you take a drop of peppermint oil and you put it in a glass of water and drink it, I'm telling you, within 5 minutes or less, your pH is balanced.
Well, that's good, because peppermint oil is antibacterial too.
Yes, it is antibacterial.
Mhm. Yeah.
You can use it, you can add it to your toothpaste. I do that. It's my go-to oil. I keep it with me. If you have an upset stomach, I just add it to my bottled water and it's gone. It's amazing too.
You know that if you add a little bit of that to your xylitol in water, a little bit of xylitol, and you can use saline or regular water, distilled water is even better, and put a little bit of peppermint, oregano oil,
Yeah.
and maybe even you can add tea tree oil, and you spray that, and it helps to control bacteria. It will knock out strep throat.
That's amazing. You can buy these little amber bottles with a
Yes.
spray at the health food store.
Yep.
And put it in your purse and spray
Make your own.
and make it yourself, because I make my own
You don't
hand
have to buy it.
sanitizer.
You don't have
Yes,
to buy it.
that's what I've been doing. I make my own sanitizer with immunity boost,
Hmm.
and it works
great.
really well. So it's another good thing to know.
I just save people a lot of money by telling them that. That can save you, well, it saves you money from going to the doctor and getting antibiotics, because it will knock it out.
Of
Yeah.
course. Xylitol can help break down congestion and heal sinusitis, even middle ear infections.
Yeah, this is the big thing. You know, and when I first read that, it didn't register in my brain because it didn't make any sense. You know, you're thinking, how can consuming something through the mouth help the middle ear? But it's in my book, by the way, that a small-time doctor discovered this by reading about the studies in Finland. In Finland, they did 80-year studies and found that not only was it so effective against bacteria in the mouth, but that it was helping with other areas of the body, like I mentioned, the sinus with sinusitis. Well, he discovered that it helped with the middle ear. A lot of his patients had middle ear infections. You know, they put tubes in and all that. Well, he discovered that using the xylitol helped with the middle ear
And what
infections.
form of xylitol did he use?
The mints.
The mints.
The mints.
Oh,
Mhm.
isn't that something?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Well,
And the spray.
and the spray. And
Yeah,
you
he
can get this-
designed, he's the one who I heard about the spray, actually. He designed the spray.